Well, it's February 25th, 2024. Jalen and I are taking a look around the area where he shot his stud of a whitetail this year. Usually we're not shed hunting this early in the season, but it's probably 45 degrees out right now on Sunday afternoon. We decided, you know what, sitting around just doesn't sound fun right now, and we thought a lot of them probably hadn't dropped yet, but Jalen had checked the trail camera out here, and we know one buck dropped. We don't know what one it is, but we can tell one did. But anyway, I was walking along this thick tree row that the buck that Jalen shot came through and found an old one, spotted it from a little ways away. It's definitely been chewed on. Seems like that's kind of a common thing down here on these properties that we hunt. They get chewed on a little faster than the ones in the hills. This one used to have a kicker too, I see. Ooh, frozen in there, but a little 4 with a kicker on there. But a couple of years, probably last year, honestly, they age more down here than they do up on our main hunting land. But hopefully this broke the ice and we'll find a few more shortly. You know what's new, Nick? Finding deadheads. Seems like that's all I ever find. I'm walking the bedding area here and got pretty excited because it's kind of sticking up here and looks like a pretty good one, but looks like we didn't shed this, or we didn't shed hunt this area last year, and maybe it was the winter before it died or something, because too bad. Well, we've gone probably 20 yards, 30 yards, found another deadhead through the trees over here. Well, it's new, Nick finding deadheads. Again, can't pick it up. It's March 20th, 2024. Out shed hunting again. Just Jalen and I decided to go for our evening stroll. Snow moving in this weekend, so we decided we needed to get out. Nick's gonna continue with his hot hand and find our biggest shed of the season so far. Looks like last year's. This is in kind of an area that we hunt, so it's big enough where we might want to take a look and see if we can know what buck this is. But good frickin' shed to start the day. I think we're probably, what, 20 minutes in? Yeah. So good start. If we can find one every 20 minutes, I think both of us would be happy. I was just walking the edge of a swamp here, and there's this ridge behind me here that Jalen was kind of midway up top of, and we're kind of been weaving out in and out because it's so thick. And I stopped for a second right here. I looked down. I was like, oh, there's one. So we're gonna see if we can get it out first. Okay, little wiggle room. Okay, I think it's been here a while. I don't really want to break it either, but okay. I don't know. But there's our shed. They're not getting her out, but we'll have to come back with a hatchet if we want this one. But pretty old. Still put it on the board though, I guess. Well, another one. This one looks like a giant fork. I spotted him from where Jalen's at here. Had to actually get it in the binoculars to see if it was a shed or not. It's just right in here. I was walking the edge of the swamp again and kind of, I don't know, just very lucky. So, come on. Oh man, we might not even have a fork on this one. Oh, well, this year's though.
That's a heck of a find. I mean, it's easy to find the big one.
I was going to say, usually these are the ones I find, then Jalen finds these 150, 160 inch deer. Yeah, so that's what we're looking for, folks. I don't know. Could have been him last year. Huh? Yeah. Well, shed's a shed. Looks like this one's a little older. Just kind of found it here when I was walking a tree row, and kind of surprised we haven't came across this one before. But I don't know, something I even drug it out because you'd think it'd be kind of underneath the grass, but a little 4-point. Can't complain too much, I guess, but that's 3 or 4 for the day, I guess. 3 that I got on me, and then the 4th one still stuck in the ground, so oops. Well, it's March 21st, 2024. I'm out here doing some solo shed hunting on some of our hunting land. Just kind of a quick walk after work, and I kicked up a big group of deer out of this little tree clump I'm in, and I just got really lucky here. I was just walking along these trees here, and actually I stopped for a second to look around and looked up, and there's a shed, and it looks pretty old from here. That is a really old one. I mean, it's probably been baking in the sun, but you know, when it's not covered up by stuff, it probably got drug out or something from where it originally dropped. But yeah, yeah, that's an old one. Oh well, puts me on the board for today. Well, I'm in the same area, just getting to the end of my walk actually. I only have a couple hundred yards to go, and I was following this little willow patch. And I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like right there, there's an antler. Looks like another old one. Yeah. Jeez. Can't believe it. That old, holy smokes. Ooh, I'm just a little frozen in. A little better anyway. Still not huge, but better. Alright, March 22nd. Jalen and I decided to go out today. I was shed hunting by myself yesterday, and I'm going to continue the hot hand. Jalen's doing a great job behind the camera this shed season. I just walk in front of him and he carries the camera. But we finally got one. That's from this year. I was just walking. We got this group of trees here. We thought it was all a bedding area. Yeah, might as well pick it up. We just got to the end of this. Actually, it's a decent shed. I don't know if you want to come over here to get it or not, but not a bad one. Kind of heavy. Broken brow tine, and yeah, we're gonna have to take a look around to see if we can find the other side of this one. I mean, nothing we'd shoot, you know, this year, but this is a good antler to get a set off of. So good start of the day. We're gonna do some park and popping today and see what we can find. Always good to get one on the board though. Well, we're about 10 minutes after Nick picked up the first shed of today, and I finally broke the ice for 2024. I got my first shed, and it looks like it's a fresh one, and it might even be the match set to the one we found. We're not too sure. We haven't got close to it yet. We're standing right where I saw it, but we're kind of walking a low willow patch that's off of that tree row that we were in. Just some other good bedding area, we thought. So we were kind of making our way, just kind of grid searching and trying to find the match set. So we'll see if it is, but it looks like a good shed nonetheless. Should we get a closer look? I'll follow you. I think it is. I think it's small. Nick, we just walked over one. How did we do that? What the heck happened there? How did that happen? I really hope that's on camera somehow. That's the old one, but what the heck? I mean, we were standing what? Right here. Right here. What the heck is that? Are we turkey hunting again? Or are you just that is wild. Well, you might as well pick up this one first. This is an old one from last year, it looks like, but well, maybe a couple of years. It's pretty beat up, but you never know with how
when they sit out in the sun like this, they kind of go to deteriorate faster, but that's kind of wild. I thought maybe
I thought you were joking. I literally had to check my hands to make sure I was still holding
Well, I looked at your hand too to make sure you're holding one.
What
I was like,
the
wait a
heck?
minute.
Well, you were paused there. I thought you were just holding the branch for a while, and I was like, no, I'm good, Jalen. And then Nick, we just walked over one. I was like expecting a little tiny fork or something.
Well, I guess we'll pick up the one we were going after first.
Yeah, they're second.
Second.
That does kind of look like the match.
Good 4-point. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Here, I'll hold them. We got matching brows, almost broke off. Definitely, I think.
Yeah. Good, that one's mine then.
We do have a rule that if whoever finds the first of the match gets the match. So, unfortunately, Nick will get to keep both of these, but I at least broke the ice and we're on a hot streak right now.
Wow, bam, bam.
Maybe the hot hand is switching over, which would be all right for a little bit.
Well, we are 40-50 yards away from the pickup, just about to end our walk, and we're going to settle on 3 sheds, which we thought great park and pop action, getting 3 sheds. I stopped right where Jalen was recording there. I looked to my left. I was like, that kind of looks like an antler, and I pulled up the binoculars, and it's an old antler laying there. So doesn't look huge, but doesn't look like a fork. So we don't know if we should walk around out here a little more or what, but let's go see how old this puppy is. Make sure we don't walk over it. But yeah. Ooh, frozen. Shed's a shed, like Jalen said. Yeah. That's good though. 4 for park and pop. We walk up over here where we always see them come out, and we look down and we go, what the heck, there's an old antler right there, and probably from last year. And we didn't really shed hunt in here last year, I guess. So yeah. Okay. Oh no, it's broken off.
That's even more impressive.
Yeah, no base on it. Huh.
That's a break.
Yeah, I think that's a break, so probably the same time as that. I mean, just looking at the there. He bit off a little bit more than he could chew, I guess. That's kind of cool. I don't know if I've ever found a broken off antler. I found a broken off tie off of a buck we called ODB way back in the day, but yeah. That's interesting.
Counts.
Thank you.
All right, we're about 5-10 minutes after we found that broken one, I guess. Not even really a shed, but I let Nick count it. But we're in a spot where I seem to, whenever I walk here, I find a shed. And whether it's in the tree row, on the edge of the tree row, well, now we got one out in the field a little bit, and it looks like it's on a pretty good trail. So just a little 4-point looking antler, but we're gonna go take a closer look. What the heck? Like it either maybe it got moved here, but or dug out from the tree, or maybe it's been there. But you know what we say.
Shed's a shed.
I think we should put that on a shirt.
A shed's a shed.
Shed's a shed.
And park and pop.
Park and pop.
It's March 28th, 2024. Jalen and I just going for an evening walk around some area that we know decently well. There's always more tracks in here than the sheds we find. But I just came across a little tiny deadhead, but has antlers and I don't know, something I guess. But maybe that's enough to break the ice. Who knows? Like we said, that little deadhead broke the ice. I was walking to some clumps here. Me and Jalen said we have a lot of luck on this area, the area we call the prairie, next to big trees shed hunting. And I was looping around here, seemed like could be some good bedding area. Whatever terrain we have is here. I mean, it's basically flat as a pancake out here, so any little dips seems like they like to bed in. I looked right up here and got an obvious one with some white tips on her, and we're kind of hoping it's a identifiable buck. It's a good buck. Really white. Before. Can't complain about that. That's a good one there, but when it's this white, it seems like they're a lot easier to find. They stick out quite a bit. So hopefully we can find the other side, good mass. Because it's tough to tell which buck it is when you just get a 4-point side. If it's a buck, we know, who knows. But we will scour this area. All right, well, just walking a little bottom where this one was kind of headed, and I looked to my right when I was just randomly walking in here, to be honest with you, and I was like, is that a tine? No. Yeah. No. Yeah. And it ends up being a deadhead down in these weeds. You can tell. We can't pick them up in North Dakota, but he's got, oh, kicker there. Huh. This is kicker on the other side. No. Huh.
All right, I found my first bone of the day, but unfortunately there's 2 of them and there's a skull in between them. So came up on this off of this good bedding area that we've been walking in, and we've been searching. I mean, Nick was hiking through the forest, I think. Probably got a bunch of scratches on his faces for how thick it was. And in deer sign the whole time, but just no sheds to be found. But I walked up on this. It's kind of on the outer skirt of a heavy bedding area, kind of in a transition area to food. But he didn't make her. I don't know if it's got shot during deer season or he's a pretty young buck, so you never know what happens to these. Did you find another one?
Yeah, I did.
It's upside down.
Did this help?
W and W. Hey, at least you just got one.
It only dropped 2. All right, right up this way. Kind of older one, but shed's a shed. Actually, it's not that bad. It's last year's, so not too bad. I don't have the good eye. I'm finding all the big ones. Dang. I wish you could see the look Jalen just gave me right there.